Hi, and welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I am so glad you're here. Today's date is Sunday, August 20th, 2023. I wanted to come on and do a quick video, and let's take a look at Hurricane Hilary. This particular look and tarot read, I don't have my usual compilation because I didn't feel like there was a need for it unless someone much farther along in the future is watching this, okay? I will have a link to a very mainstream that YouTube likes source that we're going to look at real quickly, and then we're going to go to the universe and see if there are some further insights or information or advice to us about Hurricane Hilary, which is a storm front that actually caused Southern California to have their very first hurricane watch. So let's look at my source, see a little information. It does look like it's been downgraded, and I know that numerous people have been putting out positive intentions that that's what would happen, that it would get dialed down and back and not have the destruction that was being predicted and shouted from the rooftops. Not to say that there's not some. There is. We've had one death in Baja California when someone's car was swept away and by the floodwaters. So let's go to my source here, and then we'll do a quick tarot read and see what's going on, if there's insights, information, or advice about the situation. The reason I said I wouldn't need to have you guys hopscotch over to Facebook as usual is I went to just yahoo.com to see what they had to say about this. And this is from the Independent, but so here's the path currently through Monday morning, and I'm recording this on Sunday afternoon when it should be right about here as far as where it's at now. That has been downgraded from a 2 to a 1, which is nice. Okay, it was a category 2, now it's a 1. Still has potential for lots of rainfall and to be landing in topography that's not used to having those kind of rain situations, so the runoff and stuff could be dangerous. Okay, the National Weather Service is watching this closely, and they've got some warnings. Okay, turn around, don't drown. 6 inches of fast moving water can knock you over and carry an adult away. Absolutely. 12 inches can do a vehicle. Okay. 18 to 24 inches can do a car or truck. So in other words, be sensible. You know, if you're in harm's way and you need to get out of harm's way, take the most sensible path to get there. All right. Well, let's see what the universe has to say. My intuition is telling me this entire storm system was manipulated to land where it's landing and to cause damage and destruction. And then my belief that the shenanigans gang doesn't have as much access to that technology as they used to have, and that it can be mitigated by the white hats. And hey, I'm a white hat. My prayers and intentions are just as positive as someone else's, technology might be, and especially when we do that collectively. So let's see. We're going to ask the universe for insights and information about Hurricane Hilary. And I know that there was a lot of arson happening ahead of that. They were hoping to have the winds from Hilary make conflagrations much more devastating than they would be. So let's just see what the universe has for insights, information, and advice to those of us who are harnessing our manifestation and powers. All right. 1 second. I have to move a cat, and then we'll see what the universe wants us to know. Okay, so we're going to be asking the universe. You can disregard the whiskers you see up here in the corner. For insights, information, and advice about Hurricane Hilary. And we're asking for that information to be absolutely free of any veiling or obscuring that may have happened. So we want to know before any veiling of the information happened, what would have been shared with us? Okay, our first card is the 8 of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles, the Devil. What did I say? Manipulated? 8 of Cups, Temperance, the Chariot, and the 10 of Wands. Okay, I'm going to share with you the insights that the cards are giving me, and then we'll talk a little bit about elements of the cards that led me to say the things I said. Okay, my intuitive nudge that the storm system, Hurricane Hilary, was a manipulated situation was absolutely correct. The planned devastation has been mitigated, has been moderated to a great degree, and that moderation can continue into the future. And again, we're getting some nudges that we can be part of that change, part of that mitigation. Okay, now let's take a look at the situation. The Hurricane Hilary question, and in asking for insights, we were given the 8 of Pentacles. That's a card of skilled labor. That tells us, number one, yeah, it's a manipulated situation, but it's also been mitigated by the same amount of energy, which is really helpful. So it hasn't had the full effect that they wanted. Okay, now we've got the unfortunately the evildoers that are dependent on the fiat money system and don't like that it's crumbling, and that the replacement has integrity. And I'm not talking about the ones that the dark hats are putting out. They're behind this. Okay, they know they've lost. They're causing mayhem and destruction as they go, which I've been telling you for months they will do. So that's why we need to have situational awareness and, you know, understand our power of prayer and intention, because it's not small. It's not. The devil shows up for the recent past. So again, this is what tells me that yes, it was manipulated. Initially, it was instigated by the shenanigans gang. All right, mitigated by the light. Okay, the current situation. This is interesting. We're getting a turning point here. The 8 of Cups is a turning point. Sometimes it's a going off to contemplate and seek some answers and information that you haven't already got. But in this case, what it's telling me is the actual course of the storm has been turned to away to great extent. So they've got a lot of it heading out towards sea, where it can blow itself out and not cause as much harm as they wanted. I say that because the near future, and I say that we still can affect the course of that storm. We've got the Temperance card here, and the Temperance card is a beautiful card that talks about balance and teamwork, okay, connectedness. So those of you watching this who are connected to a loving source for your faith practice, or you just believe in the power of positive intention, let's keep picturing that storm front being turned away to sea, to be downgraded after downgraded after downgraded, from a tropical 2 to a 1 to simply a heavy rainstorm to a moderate one that provides actually beneficial moisture to the areas that it lands on, and does not push arson projects into bigger problems than they are. Okay, we have that power of manifestation. Be aware, again, this all goes back, like I said, to the powers that used to be, that are having a tantrum that they no longer are, and that try to harvest loosh and fear and anxiety and stress from us. Okay, to fuel their remaining existence, to tie us into their low vibrational state of being. They need us, we don't need them. Let's get a couple more cards for insights and information. Knight of Cups kind of confirms for me that the white hats have been part of the mitigation. And remember, we in the light are part of that white hat. And the sun is showing up. Love it. Another major arcana for the near future. Again, we are going to more and more harness our loving energy to mitigate shenanigans, to have the best possible outcome, to thwart evil plans. We are going to embrace that power, and we're going to honor and respect and cherish innocent life and keep as little of it being collateral damage as possible. Okay, we got the 5 of Cups and the 8 of Swords from my last 2 cards. 5 of Cups is telling me that the Shenanigans gang isn't happy, that this hasn't been as effective as they want. Time and again, they have these big plans and they only are partially successful. Often they fizzle. Let's picture a fizzle on this. Fizzle to a drizzle. That's what we want. Hurricane Hilary to fizzle to a drizzle. And then the way is clear for us if we're only willing to look. Okay, that we do have that power, that we are white hats. We individuals are part of that collective white hat element, that we are partnering with those who officially do this and off-world benevolent help, that we're getting in divine help, that we are all on the same team, pushing that negativity to a separate plane of existence that we are no longer a part of, and to an outcome again where life is cherished and valued and nurtured, and humans are free to begin to develop the way that they should have been all along. So let's recap. We took a quick look at Hurricane Hilary, which is the first hurricane system that's ever impacted Southern California in recorded history. And we asked for insights and information and even advice from the universe. And boy, did we get it. Okay, well, first of all, I hope my kitty will let me pull cards up. If not, I'll just talk about them. The situation was indicated by the 8 of Cups, or 8 of Pentacles, and then the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so that there was some hard work on the part of the Shenanigans gang to make this happen. They are hoping to retain some independence and some power, and again to harvest negative energy from us, and by causing mayhem and catastrophe. They love that energy. They love causing problems for innocent humans. The recent past card was the Devil, just letting us know that the originator of this plan was not in the light by any means at all. The current one, we got a beautiful card, 8 of Cups, which it talks about turning away from. So we've got a nod that the actual storm has been turned away from quite the destructive path that it was intended for. There's been a lot of moderation to that storm front. Okay. And I say that because the near future card that showed up was the Temperance card, which is a card of moderation. It's also a card indicating teamwork. So please, I don't mean to sound like some, new age nut, but use your powers for intention and to manifest a different outcome, to manifest this storm front being less and less of an issue. And like I said, to fizzle till it's a drizzle. Okay, let's do that. The Knight of Cups showed up, and I'm sorry, during the read, I misidentified it. Okay, Knight of Cups, again, is not so much a white hat card, but a card that indicates some fraud and trickery. So this card was actually just confirming for us that the Shenanigans gang had been at the helm of this plan. Then our moving ahead, our insights and information. This was a card that indicated some white hat involvement. Okay, he's always about forward motion, the younger energy of the Emperor. So again, I misidentified the card, but I got the message correct. And the storm's going to be passing and ending much sooner than they originally planned, with not nearly the amount of devastation as they had hoped for. They're not too happy about it. Oh well. We have the sun showing up. So again, after the storm, we get rainbows and sunshine. And just a reminder that we humans, we were designed to value innocent human life, and we're part of the team that makes that happen. We need to intend for it, pray for it, and send our positive energy for that storm to not cause the damage and devastation it meant to, and for the outcome to be one where we can quickly get back where we needed to be all along, growing humans and valuing and cherishing them and loving them. And that way forward is ours to see if we just open our eyes and look. That's all we have to do, the path. And again, just a reminder, like I said, when we picture the white hats in the alliance, we think of like tunnel warfare, things like that. But all of us who are contributing loving, positive energy and picturing the world the way we want it to be, and as much as possible, living our lives as if it's already here, we're part of that. We're part of those white hats. So don't let anybody tell you there are no white hats. You and I can be white hats. Okay? And the flip is true too, but we don't want to go there, do we? I sure hope none of you do. It is a free will universe, but I hope you use your powers for good. That's it for this video. So let's make that storm flow out to sea and blow itself out, and the rain to be beneficial and the damage to be minimal. And I know Baja got the brunt of it. So my prayers are out to you folks, because if anybody's going to need to be doing some rebuilding and recovering from damage, it's the Baja California people. And so love and light to everybody in the path or not. Until next time, I wish you all the best, love and light, and thank you so much for being part of this channel and part of the energy that we try to make manifest for our world and the change we try to be a part of.